Hey everybody. Probably nobody's there yet. Wasn't planning on going live today, but I've been checking my background programs that I use to search everybody, and I came across these two documents and I need your guys' help to let me know. What do you think it means? Um, Finally got Brenner's height. It says it, at least the new document, so it has his height and it's not what that other one says. Definitely not 5'1", at least from what it says on the new document, and also it looks like that he made bond. I don't know. I wanna show you what I found. It's current, and it looks like that he made bond, but I keep checking, the news because I just saw it just a couple minutes ago, so I not keep, I guess I just checked it once to see if they said anything about it, and it doesn't say, but let me show you what I found. Hi, Amber. Hi, Alyssa. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to do a live today, actually. I was trying to work on pre-recorded videos. I was, putting together different, compilations of, I was trying to get all the interviews together and everything, and I just, check at the background, I check, James, I'll check Chase's to see if anything new happened, and f to me, it looks like that he made bond. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna show you guys let me know what this means. I just saw it. I'm like, you know what? I gotta go live. And look, it shows his height. Look, hold on, let me show you. I got all excited because finally we've been trying to find it. I don't know, unless if this is wrong. Here, I'll show you what it says. So this is the new one that just came out. Hold on, let me share my screen. Um, yeah, this is for the new charge. Here, let me share it. Let me exit out of the ish. Hey, Easy Money, that back. Yeah, hey, Aussie True Crime. Hey, Baby Blue, Amber, Alyssa. I know, I hope not either, and that's the reason I wanted to go live, because I wanna ask you guys to help me and figure it out if this is what this means. But when I go into my Vine to see if he's in custody, it does say that he's still in custody, but sometimes that's way behind. Here, let me show you the first thing, first of all, where it says his height, and then we'll go from there. But I was like, "I gotta ask my people. I gotta get your guys' opinions because we all kinda work together, and you help me out, and we help each other out, figuring this stuff out. Hey, Tennessee. Hey, ladies. Ladies D's. Okay. So let me share the first thing with his height. And it's not what we've been told, at least from that other one, which I was a little bit leery about that because um let me actually, why are they sharing it? Okay. I was a little leery about that. Why was I leery about that one where it said his height? Oh, because there was something that was, what was it about that? Oh, his age. They had his age wrong on that. That's why I was always a little bit leery on it. Okay, so because you'll clearly see the date of birth is 12/2/62, which makes him 58. And that one that said he was 5'1" said he was 59. So I was always a little bit leery on trusting it because I was like, well, I don't know because they have that wrong. Is he 5'1"? But let me show you what it's just and this is just new kind of because I keep checking the site for this, and it finally got updated 7/11 today. Yeah, so it finally just came today where this came on. So this is the newest thing. It says 5'10". Unless if there's a typo and it was supposed to be 5'1" and they accidentally added a 0. I don't know, guys, but it says 5'10" here. I know Gloria Dallin said that he looks short, but it's probably pretty hard to tell maybe from, standing away and then seeing him. I don't know. Like I said, guess it could be a typo, but it says 5'10". Let's read this. Box Elder County Sheriff's Office, James Brenner. See date of birth 12/2/63, which makes him 58, and that's what all of the records say. So I don't know why, even news reporters are saying 59. I've heard them, which is not, I mean, not that big of a deal, I guess. So yeah, place of birth, New Haven, 5'10", hair color gray, single, blue eyes, 190 pounds, possession of a dangerous weapon, restricted, age 58. You got the arresting officer, hold for court. Offense. I have been informed of my bail charges and bail amount, and I'll show you another page or another thing where it shows the bail amount and it says that it's posted, which means he might be out, guys. This isn't good. But I don't know. This is what this isn't okay. So I wanted to show you this first, and then I'll show you the other thing where you guys could help me out. So the time date arrested, 6/29/22. Booking number, it has all that, all the information. Okay. Now let me share. Hold on one second. Let me take this down so I could share the other thing I wanted to show you where I think. Well, actually, when I have this up, let me just show you one more thing, and then I'll share the part where it looks like he posted bond. But since I have this up already, let me just do this real quick. Hold on. This is the other thing that just got uploaded on today from the site that one of the sites that I use. I've been using so many multiple ones for this case, but this came out. So request an order for electronic media coverage or of court proceedings. So Jennifer Gardner, she submitted a request. Let's see where she's from. No, oh, ABC. So if it's just the permission from ABC News for media. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, now let me show you the thing I really wanted your help on real quick. See if you guys would help me out on this. See what you guys make out of it. See if you guys, maybe I just jumped into the conclusions here, but see if you guys make the same thing I make that I got from it. Hold on. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Inch Tex. Karmic Vibes. Kentucky the Booblers. What's up? All right. Let me show the other thing. Hold on one second. Let me see something. Oops, I'm on mute. Thanks, Ashley. Okay, so let me just share the other thing real quick. Share screen. All right, this one. This is the one I wanted to share. See what you guys make out of this. Okay, so and I purchased all these because you have to. They're not expensive, but every time I buy a new one, just to. But right here, look, posted, and this is new. This what just came up today. Well, you could see because it says filed, $5,000. Can you guys see that here? Let me make it bigger. It's as big as it could get, guys. Let me see if I do this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, look, $5,000 balance posted. Wait, it says posted somewhere. Post right here. Filed. And then when I purchased it, it was that file that I read to you. So I don't and then that was posting on it. I don't know. Maybe he didn't post it. Let's see. Forfeited, refunded, balance. Maybe he didn't post it yet. Either way, that's not that I mean, he could get that probably. So what do you guys make out of that? Does it look like he posted it or it says posted? This is what I'm thinking. Posted by James Brenner. Posted 5,000. Right? I don't know. I mean, I understand that Kentucky you wouldn't think, but why does that say that? That's why I was like, I gotta go live and ask because this makes no sense. It clearly, I mean, to me, that's what it looks like, but then it doesn't make sense because he isn't supposed to. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not on mute. No, okay. What do you guys make? So, am I looking at that right? Do you guys see? I mean, is it the same thing? And when I purchased it, like I said, it brought up That thing I showed you with the height and all his charges because you purchased it, and then I purchased this. I've already purchased all these. I've went over everything that I've purchased with you in the past, but this was the only new stuff that came out today. And it was the bond and it was, where it came up with his height and all that stuff. So I just thought it was pretty interesting. That's really all I wanted to share with you. I was thinking about maybe I would just go do a brief review of the records I have of his and then call it a night, but I know, it makes no sense. That's not even that much. So it makes me wonder if they found if maybe they know something and they know that he's not the one that's involved in the or maybe because those charges, that they he has a right to a bond with those charges and they didn't have enough to charge him in the disappearance of Dylan yet. So he has a right, for this charge until they charge him for that. But that's a pretty those other charges you would think could be higher than $5,000 bond, right? I went to Vine Karmic. It says he's still in custody on Vine, but like this just happened, so it might not have updated yet. That's exactly what I did. Right after I saw this, I went to Vine and I looked and it said he's still in custody. But like I said, if he just posted bond, you know how that takes. Sometimes it takes a day before you get out. Because I know when I posted bond, um, it took like the not I didn't get out till like almost the next day because it takes a while. I got like the what is it called? Um, the bond where they pay for it. I forget what it's called. Where I didn't have to pay anything, but it man, I can't even think of the word for it, but it didn't have to come out of my pocket. But I got that. I've been open about my what I in my the past what it was if you guys go through my old videos. But yeah, so he might still be in custody because it does take a while, and sometimes it could take a couple days. I mean, it could take a while in jail after you post bond. So, I think maybe allowed bond by county, but not for federal. Yes, that's it, heels. That's exactly what it was. Recognizance or whatever. Yep. Thank you. So, okay, maybe. All right. That's why I wanted to see what you guys thought. Well, see, this is post non-monetary. But why okay, so if they're not gonna let him go anywhere, but why did he post it then? Look, I mean, you guys are reading this, right? Let me see if I can make this bigger. It says, "Posted by James Brenner, posted 5,000. 7/11 is today's date. He filed." Yep. So I just wanted to share it. And those of you just coming in here, let me share the other thing where it shows his height. It says he's 5'10". So I don't know. I think I believe this over the other screenshot that's going around that says he's 5'1", because like I just said a couple minutes ago, that has the wrong age. That screenshot that when you look him up, it says he's 59, he's 5'1". It doesn't even have the right age. So I kind of think I'm gonna believe this one over something that already has a something wrong with the like I said, I guess this could have a typo too, and it could be 5'1", and they accidentally put 5'10", but it says 5'10". Here, I'll show you guys again. I'll show you that real quick, and, yeah, maybe, but he's gonna run, man. Well, they'll probably put one of those bracelets on him, anklets or whatever. So, I thought that's pretty crappy, though. Let me share if he's out. I mean, I understand they don't have enough to charge him in Dylan's disappearance yet, but that charge, that should be enough to hold him longer, or it should be a higher bond. That's not even that high of a bond, you know? Here, let me share that other the the other thing that I was sharing. Hold on. With his height for those of you just coming in. Yeah, here is this. It just was just released today too, and it says 5:10. Like I said, maybe they had a typo and it was supposed to be 5:1. I don't know, but it does say 5:10 on this. Let's just see if we missed something in here where it says about the bond issue. Okay, booking, time of arrest, time date arrested. Okay, so we have offense because it says time date arrested 6/20/22, right? And then there's another arrest, time date arrested 6/29. The arresting agency is FBI. You're right though. Look at this because you have arresting agency is the uh oh my god, I can't even think BESO. I'm drawing a blank. But the why am I'm thinking of Elko, but what's the B? Hold on, it'll come to me. I know this is on the tip of my tongue. It's one of those things that's box elder, right? Yeah, box elder. I was right. Box elder sheriff's office. And then so that's on 620, but then 629, you see this is FBI. So you're right. There's no way the FBI is going to let him out on bond. But why wouldn't they tell him that? Can you imagine if he posts that and then they don't even let him leave? I mean, I guess you get it back anyway, but still. So I don't know, guys. You're right. Whoever said about the FBI, I mean, yeah, they probably won't let him leave. So maybe he's not out. As you see, 629 is when the FBI arrested him, and then 620 is when the box elder. And this says hold for court, offense hold for court. So they didn't even put the offense for this. But then at the bottom it says I have been informed of my charges and bail amount. So it's just weird. So this is a F. Okay, let's see. This is a F2 felony, counts 3 for the box elder charge. And then when the FBI arresting agency, this charge is felony counts 1. So, and it just says hold for court. So yeah. Yeah, it says 510. The only reason I'm saying that, Graham, is I mean, I trust this too, but because somebody, the one lady that it was local, but she saw him in court. She swears that he was probably like 5'3", or she said he looked short. But like I said, it's probably hard to tell somebody's height from I don't know how far back she was sitting. So yeah, I believe this. I definitely believe he's probably 5'10". So yeah, let me typo. Added a 0. I don't know. I guess we won't ever for sure know. Hey, you were 6 feet away. Okay. Oh, Glory Dellon, you changed your name. So do you agree that it's he was probably 5'10" then? Or no? So you think it was a mistake? So you think they added a 0 on a mistake? Man, how clumsy is this then? This is like the official this isn't like just like a that makes no sense. You really think then? Yeah, she's saying he was 6 feet, guys. I know they're saying you're right behind him. Well, 6 feet, that isn't that far though, actually. Never mind. So what are you saying? You think this is not the right guy? I'm confused, Gloria Dellon. You're saying that that they put somebody else's stuff here? I'm confused what you're pic of him standing next to people looking from their height, mystery solved. Okay, wait, what does it say? Find a pic of yeah, definitely. But I'm just trying to figure out what Gloria Dellon you're trying to say. So you're trying to say all this data is wrong? Or just there might be just a I would be more willing to say that they just added a 0 possibly by accident, not that everything else on here is wrong. And that's not what you're saying, right? No, the age is right, Gloria Dallin. That's what I've been trying to say. Everybody, that's his birthday. Every record that I found, that was his birthday. He's 58. People are there are a couple news sources that are saying 59, but that's wrong. He's 58. Every record I brought up, and I've brought up so many, and everyone has the same birthday, 12/2/63, 58. Because I've talked about this in multiple lives. Like, it's 58, guys. I don't know why everybody's saying 59, but I know why everybody's saying 59 because there's a screenshot going around, the one that says he's 5'1", that says he's 59. That's the age is wrong on that. And weight, that seems pretty 190? You don't think that that's right? He is social isn't redacted. Brenner is F is in wait, Brenner is in oh, okay, okay. Well, I just thought I would share this with you. He posted bail and then maybe they just brought him into federal. So I don't know why he even posted bail then. Maybe he got excited. He thought he was, and then they freaking no, look at the book you photo in the orange jumpsuit. He has that build. What build? No, no, see, you're getting confused, Glory Della. That's not the screenshot I'm talking about. I'm talking about a screenshot. That one, okay, you're talking about two different things. There's a screenshot of the picture that I'm not sure it is or isn't him. I don't know. I can't confirm either way. Here, let me show you. But I'm talking about a screenshot that just has his name. It's a total different, unrelated. Somebody just has another screenshot that has his name and his height, and that's where the 5'1" came from to begin with. Remember, we did it on this live where we was like, "Oh my god, it's 5'1". One of my viewers sent it to me during a live, and we're like, oh, 5'1", and we were all kind of like freaking out. We're like, "Oh my god, he's 5'1", because we were trying to find a short person. Remember? So that all came out here. I'll show you what I'm talking about because I think you're thinking of two different things. So either way, I'm just sharing what it says here. You know, he is 58 though. If you do the math on 12/2/63. All right, let me take this down and hold on one second. Let me do something real quick before I share this again, and then I could just blur it out after it uploads. Thanks for reminding me how. But maybe don't keep repeating that because you know who I'm talking about. Don't keep repeating it because that's otherwise nobody would even have noticed, and then you could have just told me I could do it before anybody even notices. Just for future, because we don't want to bring attention to it. I'll have to blur it after it uploads. Hold on, let me see. Driver's license. She said it has a driver's license. Let me just see. I'm gonna have to redact something, but so I can't share it until I do is let me find the driver's if it has I didn't even notice a driver's license. Yeah, it does have a driver's license. Who no, I wait, who said he does have his license? We know he gives Dylan a ride and stuff sometimes back from the C truck, or he was gonna give him a ride that day. So why were you under the impression he didn't have a driver's license? Let me screenshot this, and since it's not letting me if I share it again, I have to redact um, something real quick. Okay, but I think we went over. I don't think we need to see that page again, right? I'll share this other thing again real quick about the bail. Those of you just coming in, just to see what you guys think. I don't know. It got me. It made me like, whoa, what the heck? I have to share this with everybody. And then when it said a height, we actually saw a height, I'm like, I gotta share this. I don't know. I kind of got excited, not excited because I was happy, but just excited to share it and see what you guys thought, I guess. I just like, talking it over with all you guys. Yeah, so this is why I kind of thought maybe this is why my title says what it does, because it looks like he posted bail. Whether they're gonna let him out or not, it looks like he posted it. They might like I said, maybe he's getting all excited, thinking he's leaving, and then the FBI is like, "Nope, sorry, you're not going anywhere." But $5,000, that's not anything. So I guess we'll see. We'll see if the news sources pick up on it, if we hear anything about this, because it just came out today. So we'll see if anybody says anything. Bond account created. Yeah, bond account created. And then when you purchase this, it's that sheet I showed you. And then I already went over the media coverage. That's just the ABC asking for media permission. So let's go over. Well, I have you guys here because I've been wanting to do this too. Let me go over. Um, Hold on. Let me take a picture of this real quick, and then we'll go over a complete thing of list or a complete thing of his records, like all his ongoing records. So, because I've been meaning to do that, and I don't know, I kept putting it off. Now that I have them all together, you know. All right, let me screenshot this. And then if I share it again, I'll redact that. How's everybody doing, by the way? I'm gonna have some pre-recorded. Like I said, I'm working on those. That's what I wasn't planning on going live today, but I'm working on some pre-recorded videos for this case. So like some compilation type stuff of everything. I don't know. Hopefully you guys it'll be helpful when I get them done. I'm planning on pulling an all-nighter trying to get them all done because I think it'll be important. My goal of what I'm trying to do for is one big project I'm working on. I feel like it'll be really helpful to have it all there. So hopefully it'll help put everything together. No, 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 Brian. See, you missed the arrested. The first arrest by a box elder is 620. And then by FBI is 629. Let me go through that again, but I just have to redact something. Hold on. I'll show you. I'll show you. Hold on. Let me just do this real quick. And just bear with me. Bear with me. I just kind of didn't really have anything prepared. I just went live as soon as I got it and looked at the news. I was like, let me look at the news first to see if anything was posted. Okay. Let me just redact this and I'll show you it again. But anyway, how's everybody doing? Good. Trying to think what the best way to take that out. Oh yeah, I could do a little paint real quick. And just bear with me, and then we'll go over the rest of the records. Touch up. Just trying to do something really quick here. Normally I would just like blur it, but since that'll take more time, I'm just gonna go over here. Just kind of paint over it. All right. Don't leave though, guys. I'll be there. Thanks for telling me there, Heels. I really appreciate that. Because then I'll be able to, after it uploads, I'll be able to blur everything. Or before it uploads. I'll put it on private. Just give me 1 minute. No, I don't want the eraser off. Okay. And I'm gonna, and thanks for telling me about the license number. So it looks like he does have a license, guys, but that doesn't really surprise me because, like you said, why did you think that he didn't? The people that thought he didn't, what was the reason? Because we know he was gonna give Dylan a ride back that day. Dylan was trying, and, um alright, let me stop this screen. I could show you on the Vine. We could keep checking to see if it updated, but it does say he is in custody still, so but like I said, when you post bail, it could take a day or 2 to get out. Trust me, I know from personal experience. I'm not ashamed. Um, share. But I was one of those cases where I got 4 felonies and I didn't even do what I was charged. A friend blamed me. It's kind of a long story, but I made a lot of mistakes and committed a lot of crime. No, not anything like I'm harming people just because, I'm an addict. You're going to do stuff that's illegal. So I have committed things. I'm not, I've committed, how do I word this? I've done things against the law before when I was using, I know I wouldn't say they were kind of like victimless crimes in my eyes, but the thing that I actually got charged with wasn't. It wasn't something I did, so it was just such a sucky scenario. It's yeah. Anyway, alright, so let me share that real quick for those of you that okay. So, right here yeah, so it says 6:20. Can you guys still read it? Yeah. So 6:20 is the first arrest, and then while he was already in custody, it shows the FBI arresting agency, FBI on 6:29, and it says class is a felony, counts 1 for the one on 6:29, and it says offense, hold for court. So it doesn't say. And then for the one on 6:20, it shows you possession of a dangerous weapon by restricted, and then count 3, it's a Box Elder Sheriff's Office. So that's that. And then, of course, the height. We don't know if they accidentally put a 0. I'm not sure. Let me show you the screenshot that everybody got the whole 5-1 thing from originally. Hold on. I'll show you. If you guys haven't seen it, let me find it real quick. And then I'm just going to go over a quick review of all his records since I got them all together, and we'll chat a little bit. All right. I'll show you. Here it is. So this is where it originally came from, but you could see it's got the wrong age because he's 58. But like I said, and that's probably why there's like different news reporters saying 59 too. But if his birthday is indeed 12/2/63, like all of my records show, I mean, that's 58. But this says 5-1. So how do we know this isn't a typo and they forgot the 0? I don't know. I guess we'll find out when I don't know if will we ever find out? I think less if we're like right next to him, but if he ends up staying in jail, then we're gonna have to go by these kind of records. And the most recent one says 510. So, but this says 192. Same with the recent one, it says 190. So it has the right booking, the right intake date, 620. So that's good. And then here is the other mugshot up for debate. If it's him, I don't know. Oh wait, remember? And then here, let me do the side by side of somebody we know that's him supposedly. Well, it's a picture that the news showed. I'll show you. Not this. This is just a James Brenner that somebody sent me. Arrest.com. They got it. We just didn't know if it was the James Brenner. But then this picture came out. Well, where's it at? Actually, somebody sent me this. I forget who sent me this side by side, but thank you for this. Saves me some time here. So then this is what came out in the news after he was arrested. So we kind of went over this and we're like, well, I guess it could be him. What do you guys think? You know, the nose looks similar. Could have shaved, cut his hair. It definitely could be him. Let's do a poll. You know how I love my polls. Let's do one. What the heck? Because I don't. At first, I said, you saw my one video when the picture came out. At first, I said, no, it's not him. And I even did a video on it. And then when I put it up, and I think Gloria Dallin, maybe you came on or whatever, and you kind of like made me realize, wait, maybe this is him. You know, maybe he just shaved and. All right, let's do a poll. Let's just put. Those of you that are here now are going to know what the question means, but how do I word it so people coming in will know? Do you think this mug I don't know. This is only you guys are going to probably really understand this. Oh, wait, it's not letting me. Oh, there we go. It's not letting me ask it. Oh, shoot. Let me try it again. It wouldn't let me do it. Oh, it was too many letters. Mugshot. I'll just have to do it like this. So hurry up and vote, you guys, those of you that are in here that know. So I could put down the, because I don't want to keep this up. I'll keep it up a couple more, like one more minute, and then I want to go through all the records I have of his. And then we'll see, does this guy deserve to freaking be out on bond? I don't think so. You know the crazy thing, Ashley? It was my best friend in the whole world of 15 years. She was like the closest thing to me at the time, and yeah. So that I feel like it hurt more than, you know, that it angered me. It was like, like it felt like somebody just like kicked me in the stomach because she didn't even tell me when, I don't know, she didn't even tell me until the sheriff ended up at my door, well, at my car door as I walked out, with the warrant in his hands because it was for felony. So the way it works is if you just have like a warrant for like a misdemeanor, they won't come searching for you. But if it's a felony warrant, they actually come looking for you. And so they came. And I was like dumb. I'm like, what? But then when he showed me the charges, I knew exactly what it was. I'm like, ooh, I was like, oh, I know what this is. I had my dog, I had Randy. We were walking out to go to the store, and I had my Jeep because I was going to I walked out, got in my Jeep, was going to shut my car door, and they pulled up. The sheriff pulled up and had stopped me from shut my door. He was like, "Are you Tiffany Zavarelli?" Yep, I got a warrant for your arrest. He showed me the paper, and I saw it, and I'm like, oh, just like my heart sunk. But Rocky was in the back of my dog. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to jail, huh? You're like, yep. Shoot. Oh, I got him expunged 2 years later. I had to go through all this crap. I had to basically plead guilty to take the deal. So that's what I'm saying. Just because people have charges sometimes, I guess, I always have to remember that it doesn't mean that they did them because sometimes the deal is better than going through everything and risking losing. So sometimes it's better to take the deal. So I took the deal after like a year, like of going back and forth in court and fighting different things. And the freaking prosecutor wasn't even gonna, He wasn't even gonna let me get this deal that I got because he thought that it should be on my record forever. So he was gonna do it in a way where it attaches this misdemeanor to the felony, so therefore I couldn't seal my records, and he wanted to do it like that because he's like, "Nope, you don't deserve why do you deserve to have this deal and get them expunged off your record?" He's like he goes, "Write me." He goes, "'Cause I didn't accept what he wanted. The deal like, the deal that he wanted, which was to keep on my record. I said, "No, I'm not accepting it. I want this. I wanna be able to get it expunged off my record. This is my only time I've got have this is my I don't have no criminal record." And he said, "Fine. Write me tell me the reason why I should give you this deal." He's like, "Write me a letter and tell me why I should give you this deal because I don't think you deserve it." And so I wrote like it was probably like a 10-page paper of like my whole history because I had my lawyer and I'm like, okay, she's like, just write, just your life and just, what happened. But that what happened was just a small part of explaining it, like right, like my family life and what I've been through and my history and why I deserve it. So I had to like kind of talk about my life and why I felt like I deserved it, plus what happened. And he freaking after he read it, my lawyer's like, "Oh my god." He called me, he said, he's never read it this from a defendant ever, like, he was so impressed by your letter." And so when I went to court and he accepted it, like, he came and shook my hand. He's like, "I wish you the best of luck. I've never gotten a letter like that in my life." Like, wow. And he was just like, "Thank you." And he's just like, "Wow." Like, I don't know, it was just awesome, kind of, in a way. I mean, I'm still still sucks, but yeah, so he gave me the deal I wanted, which still sucked. It was 2 years of, like, doing all this stuff, and then I could get it expunged off my record after 2 years if I did good, which I did. But anyway, so yeah, that letter helped because it coulda went either way. I mean, I don't think he had his mind made up. He's like, "Oh, you don't deserve it. Tell me why you deserve it then, because I don't think you do." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll tell you why I deserve it." But anyway, so yeah. But the thing is you still to get a take a plea deal, you guys probably know from studying true crime, you have to admit you're guilty. I mean, you can't take a deal and say you're not guilty, or that means you're going to trial. You know what I'm saying? So you have to just say so it was still admitting that I was guilty to take the deal. So that really hurt because I know I wasn't, but oh well. Oh, so well, okay, let me see what the poll said because I can't keep this up that long because once the the rec or the picture isn't up there, nobody's gonna know. Let me put it up one more time, and then I'm gonna go through the record real quick, and then I wanna, hop off and try to get ready or get finished with, the videos I'm gonna work on. So like I said, I think I'm gonna do an all-nighter to finish them. Hopefully you guys watch. You better. But these are the 2 pictures, guys. Do you think it's him or not? Just curious. I really, respect your guys' opinion. Obviously, that's why I wanted to come on here to ask you, not about these pictures, specifically, but to ask you about that bail thing to see what you guys thought. So what our conclusion about that is you think that, yeah, it looks like he probably posted bail, but you don't think the FBI is gonna let it happen, basically. It's just weird that why would they even go through with doing that if that's the case? Why not just say no bail? And if one of the charges from the 620 could get a bail, but the other one couldn't, why would he even post it if he's gonna be in custody anyway? You know what I'm saying? For the other thing. And it's just weird. Doesn't make sense. Um, oh, Alfred plea. Yeah, you're right. Utah. Or I just sold out True Crime Utah Glory. I'm just gonna call you Glory. That's a long name, but no, you're right. The Alfred plea. I always think of the West Memphis Three when I think of that one. It's like a really famous case that they took the Alfred plea. You know what? The other one that got the Alfred plea. That makes me so mad because I think he was guilty. And I'm not still sure about the West Memphis Three. I have some doubts about that. But there's the oh my God, what was the other case where he took the Alfred plea and it looks like he probably did it, but I guess that makes sense because you're admitting there's enough evidence, it was a murder too. What was it? Shoot, it was a guy. I could picture it in my head. Help me out, guys. Do you know what I'm talking about? Let me see if anybody says it. Oh, Michael Peterson. Yeah, I forgot about him, but that's not even the one I was talking about. But yes, Michael Peterson too. But there's also another one. I can't believe I forgot about him. But there's one more. I mean, there's more than one more, but there's something else I'm thinking of. It's a murder. It was a guy. Um, he went and like I feel like he went and the first one was like a mistrial, and then he went back and of course he was found guilty, and then let's see, the one that killed his No, you're talking about, Molly. Hold on, let me put this up so I can put these comments up. Are you talking about, Cox, Susan Powell? Is that the one you're talking about? No, that's not what I was talking about. But is that what you were talking about, Molly? It's a guy that he's free now because he took the Alford plea. So that's 3 big cases. Let me see. Let's see if we just Google, famous Alford plea cases. Let me just see if it comes up because this is gonna drive me nuts now. It's gonna drive me nuts. Hold on, Alford. But thanks for reminding me. Yeah, Michael Peterson. What do you guys feel like of Michael Peterson? Do you think he's guilty? That'd be another poll. I did a video. I think I did a couple videos on him. I know I for sure did one, but I don't know if I ended up doing the second one. Because that documentary was really good. I'm not sure. I go back and forth with him. Um, I don't know. When I bring up Alfred, please just bringing up what it is, not freaking bring up people that have it. I'd have to. I'll try to find it if somebody doesn't say. Oh, Kathy, thanks. I don't know, Robert Blake. That's not ringing a bell. Let me look him up. I feel like it should click when I hear it. No, that's not who I was thinking of. Let me see what else if somebody's saying. No, not Robert Durst. Okay, I'm gonna stop the poll soon, guys. I don't know. I might not ever think of it, guys, because it doesn't look like it's like if you look it up, it doesn't bring up like a list of people that took it. Oh, here we go. Famous Alfred plea cases. It let's see, hold on. Michael Peterson. Um, hold on, just I guess I could look this up. West Memphis 3. Actually the West Memphis 3 is the first time I saw anybody take it that I was aware of it. It's kind of what introduced me to it, to be honest. Um, I don't know. I guess I'll see if I could find it later now. I'll let you know if I think of it. Or what's gonna happen is somebody's probably gonna email me it and it's like, yeah. Oh wait, here we go. The following is an incomplete list of notable individuals that have entered an Alfred plea. Wikipedia has a list. Hold on. Wow, John Dylan Adams, Scott Barstow, um, Party of Five fame entered Alfred plea, second degree assault. So the guy from Party of Five. Here, why don't I just do this while we're talking about it? It's true crime. Hold on. Let's look it up together. It's on Wikipedia. You want to? Or do you want to go over his records first? Let me know. Either which order do you want to do? Vince Vaughn. Here, maybe let's just do the records really quick and then we'll do the Alfred plea. Because some people come just for we've already went over them, but let's do a couple here. Hold on. Let's do, just because I've been talking about it. Let's see, Aaron, James. Oh, this is the one that. All right. I won't be able to share that. All right. Dylan, here we go. Okay, let's share my screen now. All right, let's see here. So we have let's do aggravated assault because we were talking about this the other time. No warrant. So that's April 23rd. Hold on. Yeah, this is the summary. For those of you that haven't seen this yet, this is for that assault that happened last year with James Brenner. So, aggravated assault. Let me just see. Yeah. A third-degree felony and violation of Utah code, blah, 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 that are about February 20th, 2021. The defendant attempted with unlawful force or violence to do bodily injury to another, make a threat accompanied by a show of immediate force or violence to do bodily injury to another, commit an act with unlawful force or violence that causes bodily injury to another or creates a substantial risk of bodily injury to another. And said conduct included the use of dangerous weapon as defined in section 761, any act of it impedes the breathing or the circulation of blood of another person by the defendant's use of unlawful force or violence that is likely to produce a loss of consciousness by applying pressure to the neck or throat of a person or obstructing the nose, mouth, or airway of a person, other means or force likely to produce death or serious bodily injury. The information is based on evidence from Deputy Mason Chad Everett, dated the first day of April 2021. Factual basis, probable cause statement. Defendant attacked the elderly victim and beat him up. The defendant punched him in the face and knocked him down. The defendant then kicked the victim multiple times in the face, head, and ribs. The defendant then started beating the victim with a metal folding chair. And Gloria Dellon said that it was a 70-year-old man that he did this to. Sorry, that was so small. I didn't realize I didn't have it up big. So yeah, 70-year-old man. He punched him in the face, knocked him down, kicked him multiple times in the face, head, and ribs, and started beating him with a metal folding chair. This is Jim Brenner, who they possibly might have just freaking let out on bond for $5,000. Request for conditions of release. Yeah, requesting a blow necessary. So not commit a federal, state, or local offense during the period of release, avoid contact with a victim, avoid contact with a witness or witnesses who may testify concerning the alleged offense that are named in the pretrial status, forfeit or refrain from possession of a firearm or dangerous weapon. Right there. So this is the charge. He already had all these from his felony in 86 too, man. And so him having all those guns or whatever, just recently, he definitely violated. his probation or his, let's see what else we have here. So this is James. This is all for the assault right here. And then I'll go to the firearms charge after that. This is the assault from last year. And then there's one from 86 too, that he kept violating probation and stuff. So yeah, date June 21st, 2021. So he had to appear before a judge. Aggravated assault, a 3rd-degree felony. Oh, it's talking about being booked into jail. So yeah, nothing really. I don't have to read all that. What's this? Received. Spencer wash. Yeah, let's see what else we got. Yeah, just same old stuff basically. As soon as upcoming falls on national holiday. Okay, so let's go to the firearms. We won't read it all because I know you guys have seen it all, but I just kind of wanted to do a little summary here. So yeah, we got, remember this is 3 counts. So the transfer, possession, or use of firearm restricted by a restricted person. Purchase, transfer, possession of a firearm by a restricted person, same thing. So this is dated June 23rd. But see, look, 12/2/63. So it makes him 58. And they all say that. So here's June 23rd is the indictment. Filed summons to issue summons. It's all the different dates up into July 1st. And then I read all the stuff that was added on July 11th. So yeah, and that's that. All the charges. Hold on, let me trying to think if there's anything. Yeah, this is the same stuff. But look, I mean, all that 12/2/63. I want to show you actually. Yeah, that makes sense because look, the next appearance was today. Wait, did Gloria Dellon, are you here? Did you go to the appearance today? What happened? Because look, comments, defendant to, I mean, I've had this actually, this sheet. Why didn't I ever notice that it said this? This I had for like a week or whatever, but yeah, defendant to post an unsecured bond in the amount of 5,000. So it even says that ahead of time, and then the next day it's 7-Eleven, and then they post the 7-Eleven that he posted that. But did you go, Gloria Dellon? I hope I'm not missing what you're saying. Did you go today? It looks like it was a bond hearing or something, or a bond. Let me see. So everyone's on stands. Oh, it was continued. Oh, okay. So it was supposed to be today, but then it just got continued, like it got pushed. But we see that. How did I miss this when I was reading this before about it saying that? But this is from 6/29. So it makes sense, but it does say, okay, holds, yes, fugitive, no. Okay, so let's go to, now this is going to be for, oh wait, this is, wait, hold on a second. 7/5, yeah. Let me see. So this is the one that's filed 629, offense level 4, felon in possession of a firearm. All right, we're gonna look at Vine again too, just to see if it got updated or if it says anything. But I just wanted to go over something. Hold on. Let's do then these real quick, and then we'll do the one where it says that how he's a suspect too. So this is the one from 86. I have more of it on the other file where it was the assault with intent to murder, rape, and rob. This is that one from 86, but you'll see how he keeps violating probation and stuff. So he never really got clear of this because he kept violating stuff. I know I'm just going through this fast, but this is from that charge in 86, that assault. And it just shows like all when he violated and different hearings and stuff. But let's go to this real quick. Oh, here we go. It's right here. Here we go. So this is the criminal and traffic. So just stuff we got: driving without liability insurance. See, again, this is 58/12/263, December 2nd, 63. Hold on, where's chemical dependency evaluation? No similar violations, unsupervised. So driving under the influence of liquor or drugs. This is from 2002, though. I just want to show you the one assault again. And for those of you who haven't seen it, this is a simple assault misdemeanor. This one's a different one right here. Then, yeah, right here, 2011. So we have the one from 86. We have the one from last year, the assault. Now we have an assault from 2011. And remember, Gloria Dellon, you said that his lawyer was trying to argue that he doesn't have all these charges, or he doesn't, he basically didn't have anything after he committed that original assault, that bad one in 86. She said they were kind of trying to make it seem like, oh, he doesn't really have anything else. Yes, he does. Not only all the violations for probation, here's another assault. So this is like violent crimes, I don't, is Gloria Dellon still in here? Maybe she left. Okay, so what else? So that's from 2011. What's this? Driving without liability insurance, 2015. That's the same one. This is the same one. This is that 42. So yeah, this is that one. It's at least with the, okay, here it is. Offense 1986. Yeah, assault with intent to murder, rape, and rob. November 1st, 1986. And then it says what? MAL injury repealed. I don't know. Is that malicious injury or something? I'm not sure what MAL stands for. I'm just guessing maybe. But the assault is 2 counts. And then here's a couple of traffic, failed to yield at an intersection. So, I mean, obviously it shows he has a license. Remember, somebody said earlier, well, we didn't think he had a license, but I mean, at least it's showing he has one from different things. If he hadn't lost it doing all these stupid things, but driving under the influence of liquor or drugs. So yeah, that's not, they just show like not him, but like other people around here. So, and then let's show the current one here. The one where it talks about Dylan. Oh wait, what is this? Ownership? Oh, it just talks about like his cars that he owns and stuff. Yeah, we don't need to see that, right? Doesn't really have anything to do with the case. But I do feel like criminal records where there's like a violent past does have stuff to do with these cases, because it just shows you like the capability of the people when we're trying to figure it out. So I do think that that is relevant. That's why I like to go over that. Okay, one more record, guys. And then I'm going to chat with you guys for a minute. I see. I'm not ignoring you. Oh, those are the same ones. Okay. So here's the last one I'll share with you. So this is that one where it says, it's basically all the stuff with the firearm stuff right here, possession of firearm, and then about serious risk the defendant will obstruct or attempt to obstruct justice or threaten, injure, intimidate, attempt to threaten, injure, or intimidate a prospective witness or juror. And so, but not limited to, so this is factors to be considered during the hearing is the nature of the circumstances of the offense charged, including whether the offense is a crime of violence, a violation of section 1591, a crime of, I feel like if I say that word, then I'm gonna, it's gonna like trigger something. So involves a minor victim or a controlled substance, firearm, destructive device, the weight of the evidence against the defendant, the history and characteristics of the defendant, including the defendant's character, physical and mental conditions, family ties, employment, financial resources, length of residence in the community, community ties, past conduct, history relating to drug or alcohol abuse, criminal history, and record concerning court proceedings. So, to figure out, should this guy get out on bond? I mean, considering all that, what should you do? So I'm surprised if they did let him out. I don't know why it looks like that from the records that they did. The nature and seriousness of the danger to any person or community that would be posed by the defendant's release. Okay, where does it say? There we go. Affidavit. Here we go. So it's a special, okay, let's just skip to 2. On May 30th, 2022, Box Elder County Dispatch received a call of a missing 19-year-old male, initials DR, Dylan. He was last seen in Lucin, Utah area. On this day, Dylan contacted a relative by phone and told them he was putting a grain truck into shelter. The shelter for the grain truck was reported to be on a parcel of land owned by Box Elder Land and Livestock, and is adjacent to 2 other parcels that are owned by SH and RI. These parcels are open to each other and collectively used together. The subject in this case, an adult male named James Brenner, has no ownership in the land parcels mentioned above, and is squatting in a trailer. The missing 19-year-old DR's property is a 5-mile walk towards the southeast of where Brenner was currently living. Brenner and another Lucin resident, Dylan, or DH, sorry, that's Don, were considered family friends of Dylan and his family. In searching for Dylan, he was interviewed by Box Elder on June 7th. Dylan was also subsequently interviewed by law enforcement, not Dylan, Don, sorry. Don was also interviewed. I wish I could find out more about Don. Does anybody know more about Don? Email me if you guys have any information about Don. And then on June 11, 2022, Box Elder County, in their search for the 19-year-old male, Dylan Rounds, requested assistance from the FBI. And then on June 6th, with the assistance of the FBI, the Box Elder Sheriff's Office executed a search warrant at the trailer where Brenner was living. During the search, ball ammunition, ignition caps, black powder, and speedballs, oh my God, speed loads, all related to muzzle loading, were located and photographed in the trailer, but the items were not seized at this time by Box Elder. There was no muzzle loader firearms. I just want to get to the part where it says he was the suspect, because I know a lot of you guys already read this. I'll just read it. On June 20th, 2022, a friend and neighbor of Brenner, Don Hall, or Hill, I'm not sure, Will, help me out. Don Hill or Hall was interviewed by Box Elder and FBI. During that interview, Don advised that after Dylan went missing and sometime after Brenner's initial June 7th, 2022 interview with Box Elder, Brenner brought back 3 black powder guns over to Don's residence and asked him to safekeep them. When Don asked why, Brenner stated that he needed to do this for his own safety, and that the last time he had trouble with the law, they took everything from him, and he did not want the things he had left to be taken again. Don agreed to store the muzzle loaders for him at the time of the interview. Don turned over the 3 muzzle loaders to a Box Elder, who booked them into evidence. On June 21st, Don was again interviewed by FBI. During this interview, Don advised that Brenner had also brought him a .22 caliber rifle around the same time he had brought over the muzzle loaders. Don told us that he didn't mention the .22 rifle when interviewed before because he had been owed money by the rifle's owner, and that he felt that he should have a claim over the .22 rifle that Brenner asked him to store to cover the debt. He explained to us that the rifle had been left in a trailer on the property where Brenner had been living prior to Brenner living there, a person who owed Don money. So basically, those of you that are new or weren't aware of this. So yeah, there's these guns that one of the guns was owned by a guy that owed Don money. So James's story is, I'm giving this to you because I'm taking this and giving it to you because he owes you money, basically. And Brenner wasn't allowed to have firearms because he's a felon, so he can't have a firearm. So he was asking Don to hold him because he probably knew he was going to get questioned. I mean, they were kind of come after him looking and searching, so he can't have these firearms. The rifle was loaded with 5 rounds of .22 caliber ammunition. On June 21st, another search warrant was conducted at the trailer where Brenner was currently living. During the warrant, they seized a muzzle loader and they just seized a bunch of stuff, booked it into evidence. A bunch of firearms and bullets and stuff. So he was sentenced to 33 months in prison. On May 21st, 2012, he was sentenced to 33 months in prison for a conviction of felon in possession of a firearm. Brenner also has additional felony convictions on his criminal history. Based on the foregoing information, I missed the part where it said that hold on, I missed it. I must have read right over it. Hold on. That was the part I wanted to read. The main part where it just lists him as a suspect. That's all. I can't believe it's probably a part that I freaking skipped. Hold on, let me back out of this a little bit. I know it's on here somewhere. Currently missing. Trouble. How's everybody doing now? Why can't I find it? Maybe I swear this was the same thing though. I know this is the one that it's on. Because it's the only one I didn't put with the other ones yet. Oh, well, it's not a big deal. I'm sure most of you guys have seen it where it lists him as a suspect. I think I'm just, like, looking over it over and over. And I'd already read it couple different times, I feel like. Anyway, so let's look at that list of the Alfred plea. I don't know. I know, I think I just keep looking over it. Uh, don't be mad. No, I know, most of you guys won't. I have the few people that, I have the one where it came from. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I think I know where it's at. Don't leave, guys. We're gonna look at the list and we're gonna chat for a little bit. I think I went to look at. There we go. I found it. Here. Sorry. I skipped this whole chunk. I just read the X and that I remember when I was at that part. Remember I read like right here and then I just skipped down. But this is where it just says it right here. Right here. The defendant is known to have had contact with Dylan Rounds and is a suspect in Dylan Rounds' disappearance. So that was what the whole thing was about when everybody's like, he's been named suspect. Which is huge. I mean, it's official on there. So they're probably just building a case to make a charge. I don't think, you know what? Let me look up Chase's why you guys are on here. Hold on. Let me see if there's anything new on his. Give me 1 minute and then I'm going to end it with the list of the Alfred plea people. We could look through it. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Trying to get rid. You saw all those files I had. I'm trying to get rid of some of them. All right. I have so many. Okay, let's do this. Just give me 1 minute to type it in. See if anything new came up. Like, I mean, we got some new stuff on James. So those of you that are just coming in and see the title, just go to the beginning and it'll show the stuff that I was talking about. You hear my chair? Somebody, I got an email today. It was so funny. It made me laugh. Somebody's talking about how, that they watch a lot of channels and, they stop in every once in a while and watch, and that my pink chair always makes them laugh when they see it. I don't know why. Just the way it was written made me laugh. I'm not reading it right. I feel like it probably sounds silly, but okay, so we're gonna look up Chase real quick. All right. Got a lot. Let me find the most recent. Whoa. I don't even know where to start here. Well, I guess it would be right here, the 2022. Cool, it does look like there might be something new. Hold on. I don't think I had this from before. Hold on, guys. I don't think I don't. It didn't just come out, but it came out like last week, and I don't think I got it. Let's read it. I don't think it was something that I must have overlooked it last time. I don't think it's something we went over. Hold on. June 6, 2022. Let me download this and we'll. How did I overlook it when I always check? All right, hold on. Let me see if there's anything else. That's 2022. There's a few things that I could purchase here. There's a media request, it looks like. So, shoot, I have to go put more money on it. I ran out of money. I'll have to go get my card. So, let me just show you what I got so far, and then I'll have to put more money to get the rest. All right. Shoot. Okay, so let me just look at my other spot and then we'll go through that. I'll go through the one that I was able to get and then I'll go get my card, and let me just look up Vine and see if he's on there. So how's Mark? Hey, Mark. Hey, Gregory. Karen. Jimmy. Oh, you're back. Gloria or Glory. What was I asking you? Do you guys remember what I was trying to ask Gloria Dellen? Hey, Gigi. All right, let me see what it says. I look up Chase. Yeah, says he's still in custody. Now let me look up Brenner again. Checking to see if anything changes. Why does it's weird because it makes me wait a minute. I put him backwards. I was like, he's not coming, and they say reasons why they don't come, and one of them could be because they're not there, but I put the name backwards. Okay. It says in custody still, so, and it does say age 58 on this too. So I'm telling you, he's 58. Says he's still on box elder. So I've already showed you those here. Show you current status. Let's see. Just took a screenshot of it, of the Vine. And then, oh, here's a more detailed one. See the birth date, December. It's always the same. So that's why. All right, so let's look at the new Chase stuff that I got, and then I will go put more money on my card to do more. Let me say hi to a couple people, though. Hi, Juicy Jules. Hey, on the sidelines. Thanks, Tennessee, for coming. Kathy, thank you for always being here. Hey, Amber Lou. Hey, Island Girl. OG, oh, my favorite. OG Lone Ranger. I think I said hi to you earlier, but I didn't really get to really say hi to you. I hope you're still here. Hey, Maz. Who else? Jimmy, Ashley, Candy Bronze. Hey, Mark T. Batman, yay! Man, I missed everybody. You guys, what was I trying to ask Gloria and Ellen? Shoot. I was trying to ask you something, but I don't remember. Yes, it does, Eve Servant. That's what I was saying. It could take like a whole day or two once you get you post the bail. Yes, it definitely can. It took me almost a day before they released. But I remember when I was in there, everybody's like, when I was all excited. They're like, "Don't get too excited. You might not be going home today. It might not be till tomorrow." Because I was like, "Oh, I got posted, so I figured that I would." And she's like, "No, that's not. It could take a while." I'm like, "She might not even be tomorrow." So that the people that have been in there that know the ropes. And I'm like, "Okay." But I did get released that day, but it was like way later because I posted bail in the morning. It got posted. What was the recognizance or whatever, but so I didn't have to post it, but it was posted, and then it wasn't until, like, night later. So it's hard if you're trying to get a ride because you don't even know, like, when to tell them to pick you up. Like, "Yeah, I don't know when it's gonna be, though." It's kinda hard. I remember waiting for my ride, Randy, and, God, I haven't thought about that in forever, waiting outside the jail, waiting for him to pick me up. It was such a weird feeling. I remember I feel like I bummed a cigarette off of somebody because I think this is when I was still smoking or I started smoking again. And there was somebody else that just got released. It was a girl. I could almost picture her. And she was sitting there waiting. And then how did she get? Oh no, it was because her boyfriend came picked her up and he had cigarettes. And I'm like, oh my God, can I have one? Because I didn't have one. I was in jail. Oh my God. I seriously haven't thought of that since it happened. That actual little moment. Wow. And the crazy thing is I was using at the time, so I was withdrawing in jail. That's what made it that much worse, you know? It was so horrible just knowing, like, so I remember so excited to get home, to get well again. It's just crazy. That was weird. That was a weird noise. Anyway, um, 2 Mile, yeah. Oh, thanks, Awaken. Oh. Yeah, I just showed up. Thank you so much. Oh, you are the sweetest. You are the sweetest. You really are. So, oh, let me see the poll. How'd the poll come? Hold on a second. Let's see I'm gonna end it. So 57. Why? I swear I can't do a poll and get out of the 50s. Like I'm always in the 50s. So it's always 50 around 50%. Yeah. So it's like 50-40. Not exactly, but like 50 something and 40 something. Which is really crazy to have like always a really like even amount. So 57, yes. Thanks that here, I'll show you. This is what we were voting on for those of you that just came in. That's just wild that every time. Right here. So this is what oh thanks, Batman. This is him. So 57 say yes and 43 say no. Okay, Jimmy. Hey, Muffin Top. Hey, Journey. Kelly. Um, hold on, let me go get my card. Will you guys what? I'll put my whatchamacallit, video of Dylan's like the pictures of Dylan when I go get my card so I could add more money so I could get the rest of the records, which it looks like it's just like the media request, but there's one other thing, and then there's the one that I got, but might as well get them all. I just keep adding to all my files. Okay, hold on. Let me put that video up and then I'll go get it because I have to go downstairs to get my wallet. All right. Let me get it. Actually, okay, here it is. So you guys can watch this while I go. Okay, I got it. So how's everybody doing? Wow, I was wondering why there wasn't as many people because somebody else is live. Everybody is over there. But I couldn't wait to I try to wait because I don't like to, you know, I don't want to say compete or whatever with another live. But I couldn't wait on this because I just saw it and it wasn't a planned thing, but it is new information though, really. Just came out today. Those of you that just got here, if you rewind, looks like James posted bond, but I don't know if they let him out. It looks like he posted $5,000 bond and his height 5'10", it says. So it's what we've been looking for like for weeks. We've been trying to figure it out. So I just thought people would want to know. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, I have to go put this in. So hopefully it's probably not even going to be much, huh? Much information. So I got that. I just need to, I need to add money. All right. Let me add it. Hold on, guys. Let me add it. There we go. It says I have 90 cents. It must not. Oh, no. All right. Oh, okay. It sucks because it makes me put it in every time new with this site. I wish it would just be like where it's on there and you could add it. I guess that's a good thing because it's more, maybe it protects you more. But so how many of you guys watched my new video that I uploaded about finally I rewatched the part where it talks about the gun. Did you guys watch it with the interview with Candace? She answers the question about the whole gun thing. Everybody's I don't know where people are saying the bathroom. I think there's maybe people remembering it wrong, but it almost tricked me when people were saying bathroom. I almost started thinking, "Oh, bathroom," but I don't know where the bathroom thing came from. But it's oh wait, I think I do know where it came from. Never mind. But yeah, she answers. Now, like I said, this is coming from her, but that's what's going around, or people are quoting what she said and saying that she said in the bathroom. But she says, well, no, I'll make you guys go watch it. Go watch it. It's only like 2 minutes long, so you could do it. Mods, will you put the link up for that video? You know, right? Oh, Gigi, thanks. Wait, did I say thank you? Wait, hold on. I feel like I missed a couple. Batman, thank you. And let me find yours. Oh, thank you, Gigi. Um, oh, thank you, Cassie. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's only a couple minutes long, and I have another one I'm uploading. Just little clips from that interview that I feel like are important little parts that maybe people forget, just so it's like a quick little tidbit of information that instead of trying to watch the whole thing over and maybe forgetting things, you could just go watch it. And there was one part where I'm uploading it now. That's what I was working on when I ended up going live to share this other stuff with. When I re-listened to it, I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even remember her saying that because during the interview, I was trying to star all the questions. So I was so preoccupied trying to be in chat, trying to, yeah, star the questions to make sure those got asked, trying to go back to my questions and see which ones got asked, trying to listen to her. So there was parts that I missed. And this one part, it was my first time hearing it because I must have probably been either when I'm like typing a comment to people or starring it, reading other people's comments. So I missed some things. So I know you guys probably miss some things too. Because when you're in chat, you're chatting and it's hard to absorb what the person's saying while you're reading somebody else's comment, while you're typing a comment. So that's why I feel like it's kind of important to stop the misinformation, at least from what people are saying that she said, where you could just hear it right there from her, and you could see it. So that's what I'm trying to do. And then there's another bigger project I'm trying to get done. So the bigger project will, I don't even know if I'll be able to, even if I stay up all night, I still don't think I'll probably be able to get that one done. But the little clips, that won't take that long. Yeah, I do too, Kathy. Um, oh, hey, lovely lady. Well, ever since I think ever since I said there was another live, I lost like 30 people. I think I just accidentally sent people away by saying that. And that's like what I shouldn't do. And that was my fault. I said it. I really didn't think people would just leave, but I guess they did. Anyway. Yeah, and like 30 people just left in the matter of like 5 minutes after I said that. Huh. Very interesting. Thanks, Ashley, for sending that. Okay, let's go over this real quick. Don't even tell me. Wait a minute. Oh, I thought I just got like totally ripped off. The thing I bought, but it wasn't the same. Hold on. Okay, so I mean, you could see there's like a long list. Whoa, list of records, but I haven't went through all of them, all of Chase's, where you could go into it. You remember how I showed you the setup of the here, I'll just show you here real quick. Hold on. Let me remove this. I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right. Okay, so if I share this. So remember how you could go in. So these are all him. And you could see that they are, at least all the ones that have the birthday, that's him. I'm not sure about the ones that don't. I have to click on it, but that's his birthday. So, and then you click on it. Remember I showed you the setup where you click on it. Hold on. Right here. This is the one that, where is it? The one that I already bought. Hold on. I'm clicking on this one right here. And then it has these that you could purchase. So I haven't went through all of his, but I went through like the more recent ones and purchased them. So yeah, so we have 2nd District, Farmington, fugitive, offense date June 6, 2022, extradition June 8th, 2022, indictment waiver fugitive. So so that's that. Hold on, I don't know when I purchase if it brings up any information. Hold on, let me get those done. Okay, so I purchased all the 3 things that you could purchase. Let's see what they are. It's probably nothing. Oh, I think I purchased that twice. My God, I'm an idiot. Yep. Because once you click on it, like it's went to see what it is, it's too late. You already purchased it. So wait, did I already purchase this one? Hold on a second. I think this is the one I did before I went down. Okay, so yeah, let's do this. Document 1. No, that's James. Hold on. Document 3, here we go. So these are the ones that came up under Chase, the newest ones. It might be stuff we already saw, but let's check it out. Wait a minute. Let me exit out of some of this stuff. Okay, let me share this. Oh wait, why is that not? I'm a coming, I'm a coming. All right. Let's see. So this is Chase Venstra. Do hereby freely and voluntarily state that I am the identical Chase Montgomery Venstra against whom criminal proceedings charging me with the commission of a crime have been instituted in the county of Lewis Clark, state of Montana. Oh, wait, Montana? Are we at the wrong one? No, this is Utah. Because I think he did have a charge in Montana. Remember when we were going through his records? Because here's the Utah. So this is from, wait, let me make sure. This said 20. He didn't get extra. No, Chase. No. Hold on a second. I further acknowledge the magistrate's former rights. Let's just read it together and see. Okay. And I hereby freely, voluntarily, and without promise of reward and lenience agree, consent, and elect to return to county of Lewis Clark, state of Montana, without requisition papers, extradition proceedings, warrant of rendition, or other legal forms of process having for their object to my return. I further acknowledge that the magistrate has informed me of the rights to require issuance and service of a warrant extradition as provided Title 77, Chapter 30, Utah Code, annotated 1953, blah, 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 blah. The agreement and waiver is made by me without reference to my guilt, innocence, and shall not be considered in any manner as prejudicing. I always say that wrong. I apologize. My case and is not in any sense admission of guilt. And I further wholly exonerate and hold blameless in the matter of the sheriff of Davis County, state of Utah, or any other peace officer arresting me or holding me in custody, and all persons acting under them. I agree to accompany to the state of Montana. So wonder, are they extraditing him to Montana? Has anybody heard that? Gloria Dellon, have you heard that? Have you heard it? Because this is from 2020. Look. Oh, I exited out of that. The main page where it shows the date. I think it said it was 6 something 2022 is when this got posted. So he does what connection? I know, I swear there was some when I went through, I'm gonna go, that's what I'm gonna do. After we read these, I'm gonna go through the records I have of him, the one that has like a bunch of them, and I do think there was a charge in Montana, one of his charges, or maybe more than one of his charges. Okay. So this agreement and waiver is made. Did I already read this part? I'm going to read it again anyway. Without reference to my guilt or innocence, and shall not be considered in any manner as prejudicial. I can't say it, okay, guys? Don't make fun of me. I'm sure there's words you can't say sometimes. But I practice though, like sometimes when I just cannot say them, like you could look it up and you say it, right? And then you say it and you could say it. And then when it comes time to reading it on a live, you screw it up again. So I know. Anyway, this is not in any sense an admission of guilt. And I further wholly exonerate and hold blameless in this matter that the sheriff of Davis County, state of Utah, or any other peace officer arresting me or holding me in custody, and all persons acting under them. I agree to accompany to the state of Montana. Oh, that I did read all of that. Any peace officer who may be sent to take me to said state for trial. Gosh, why doesn't it have the date? I wanted to see the date. The statement and waiver done in Farmington County of Davis, state of Utah on the blank day of blank 2022 in the presence of judge. So at least we know it's this year. Okay. Jake. Date June 6, 2022, fugitive of extradition. So this is kind of big too, or is he going to be going to Montana? But maybe they're going to try to keep him because of this whole Dylan thing here. All right, let me bring up the other one that I got. Let me see what chat's saying too. I heard they were trying to extradite him, and if they didn't, that it would be good evidence that there was more evidence against him if they keep. Oh, good point, Eve. Yeah. Yes. That is. All right, so let's do. Here's another thing. This is just a request, it looks like. All right. All right. Let me take. I have a couple sips of coffee. So 7/7/2022. This is media coverage. Yeah. Yeah, this is the same person, ABC for this person. I don't even know. We don't even need to look at that. So I just purchased that, which I don't know why. I should know. Next time it says media, I'm not going to. What's the point? Oh, here we go. Here's another one of extradition. Okay. I mean, I can't believe I did that to myself, though. I said about the other live and then everybody left. I just sent everybody away. And I feel like I got some freaking good information. This is new stuff, kind of. For sure, the James stuff. Man, my face is, I feel like it's hot. I've been getting a lot of sun, like going on my walks, and it's been like really hot. I love feeling the sun beat down on me when I'm walking, but then like when I'm exercising, but then if it's like after that, I don't like the heat. I'm weird like that. I'm very weird. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go through that. I have his records, and I'm pretty sure there is one in Montana. So we're gonna go stick around because we're gonna go through it all. Oh, okay, Gloria. Is that what's going on, maybe? Okay, let's see. Yeah, rewind. Okay, I did you rewind to why we're wondering? Look at the beginning, just because there was bail posted. I get it. It doesn't mean he's getting out. They might stop it, but they did post it. So if you're wondering. Okay, so let's see. Um Chase Montgomery Venstra do hereby free. Oh, this is the same paragraph, it looks like. Let me make it a little bit bigger so you guys can read. Um yeah, this is that same paragraph. Same thing, but it actually has a date. Yeah. It's the 8th day of June. So that was what, over a month ago that happened. So does anybody even know? Let me look at Vine and see where. No, I just looked him up at Vine. It said he was still. Let me see. Let me make sure. I swear it said he was still in suspect. Let me see something. Let me see something. And then we'll go through his other charges like I see it. All right. I'm going to look him up real quick. Yeah, it says he's at Utah Davis County Sheriff's Office in custody, Davis County Jail. So he is still there. So maybe We'll see what happens because sometimes that takes a minute to get them extradited, and they're probably waiting to see what these other charges. That's what you were. Wait, Gloria Dellen, isn't that what you were talking about? That they wanted to do, but then they were trying to stop it. Didn't you mention something about that? In what state did you say? Did you say Montana? I can't remember. When you came on, you were talking about it. I thought think that's what you were talking about, right? Okay, so let's go through his record and find that Montana charge real quick. Um, Chase. Yeah, let's do it. Hold on 1 second. Let me get it where I could share. It's the right part where I could share. And he's 6'1", it says on his records. He's my age about. Well, I'm 40. He's 41. Let me just make sure something real quick. Yep, the cruelty to animals. I have so many different records that, like, a lot of them have the same thing, so I'm just trying to decide which one to use here. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the one I have. All right, let's look at them. All right, so I don't even know where to start. I guess we could do this one. Okay. Let's go down to the criminal. Oh, here we go. Let's find, we gotta find the Montana. There has to be one. Okay, so I'm gonna make this bigger for y'all. Okay. That's about as big as I could get it before it won't like make it too far out where you can't see everything. So hopefully you guys can read it. So 6'1", 175 pounds, blue eye, brown hair, white probation. Okay, so we got the cruelty to animals. Where's this at? Brigham City District. So that's not Montana. That's Utah, right? Or Nevada. Wait, Brigham City. You know, Utah, yeah. Yeah, Utah. Then we have Layton District, Utah. It's a misdemeanor traffic citation. Protective violation of protective order. That's a Utah. Carrying a concealed dangerous weapon. 2003. That's Utah. Davis. Another Utah. Use or possession of drug paraphernalia. This is Utah. Oh, that's the same. I think cruelty to animals, the same one because there was how many counts? And then they do them like they show them for how many counts. I don't see the counts. So this is Box Elder. So this is another cruelty because the other one wasn't Box Elder. Box Elder, Utah. Cruelty to animals. I don't like the cruelty to animals charge. That bothers me. Violation of protective order. This is that same one. Davis. Carrying a concealed. Yeah, this is that same charges because there's multiple counts. So speeding and Davis. Um, cruelty to animals, that's gotta be the same one. See, this is the one where it has, hold on, I'm not even gonna show that again because it's the wrong thing, so I don't wanna have wrong information out there. Alright. I already did that once, don't wanna do it do it again. So this one, he was 6'1", 210. Weber, this is Utah. Missing tooth, top left side, he's missing a tooth. I'm just trying to see if there's any Montana. It's gotta be. I swear I remember seeing somewhere else. What are you saying, Gloria Dallin? Montana was leaned on by Utah and FBI not proceed. Oh, I see. Thanks. I thought you said something like that. Thank you. I just want to see if we see it in here. But I think I still have a couple other things to look at too that I have. So these are all Utah. Utah. Cruelty to animals. This is that box elder one. Criminal mischief. Utah. Um, Utah. Retail shoplifting in Utah on December 27th, 2010. Utah. What is that? Criminal trespass, Utah. Retail, Utah. Failure to wear a seatbelt or properly adjust seatbelt. Where's this at? Hiram City Justice? Where's that? I don't know. Oh, crime location. Well, no, that's a different one, right? Yeah, I don't. Huh. Firearms City Justice. Where's that at? Let me look it up. Does anybody know? There's 3 counts. No proof of insurance, unsafe. And that's from 2018, so it's not that far away as far as if he could still possibly. Hold on one second. Okay. I just had to. Let me add this again. Sorry. Hey, Muffin Top. Did I say hi to you already? Nikki Lee. Gregory, it's always so good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Diana, yay. Mama 4. Leah. Wow, we got everybody. All the important people are here. Okay, so oh yeah, I want to look that up. Hiram City Justice. See what that's all about. Am I missing where it actually says where it's at? Court name. I'm just curious because I want to know what the charge is in Montana that's they want to extradite him for, you know. Oh no, that looks like that's Utah too. Hiram Justice Court is in Hiram, Utah. Okay, I never heard of it. Gloria Dellum, you were probably already saying, huh? You probably know that. All right, so here, where is this? Clearfield Justice Court. Failure to wear seatbelt. I mean, see where that's at. Clearfield. That's in Utah too. All righty. Summit, Utah, 3rd-degree felony. Interference with arresting officer. That's Clinton City Justice Court. Hiram. Oh, okay, sorry, Hiram. Clinton City. That's Utah too. How many different courthouses has he been in Utah? Fox Elder failure to register. Do you hear that? That was weird. Did you guys hear that? It went it sounded like a zipper unzipping. Um, so where's this? Summit County Justice. Operated or transport without current registration. Let's see. Summit. I'm guessing. Let's see. Get you guys want to bet it's Utah? Let's see. Wait. Summit. Wait, Summit County is in Ohio. There's one in Ohio. I'm sure there's more than one though. Summit County Justice. I'm bringing up all the ones in Ohio though. Is there one in Utah too, Gloria Dellen? The Summit County, or is this in Ohio? I'm sure there's another Summit County that's in somewhere else though, right? Operated on public land, street, highway. Wait a minute. Is so maybe oh, Utah has a Summit County. Okay, thanks. I did not know that. Um, that's what I was wondering. Like, well, okay, so woo, what about this? The animals at large, nuisance animals. This Roy Weber. Where's that? Roy Weber. Utah. Whale. Animals at large. So that was in 2014. No dog license. Nuisance. Animals at large. Got 2 counts. Okay. Alrighty, well, let's see if it keeps on going. Charges Roy. Retail. No. Ogden District Court. Ogden, yeah, Utah. Weber. Stalking. Utah. Arrest date February 2016. Stalking. Wow. Violation of a protective order, interfering with an officer. So I mean, so you could see between him, because this is Chase that we're looking up, and then James Brenner. I mean, they definitely have a violent past, I feel like, where they definitely are capable. But I know we know that just from hearing stories and stuff of people, locals and stuff. But well, Davis, Utah. Oh, wait a minute, look. There's another one. 51. Like, this is probably supposed to be 5. Oh, no, this is Chase, though. Never mind. This isn't Brenner. But look, so this is the same site that gave us the 42 feet. So now for Chase, which we know is like 6'1", at least it says, and other records, says 50 feet 1 inch. So how does this transfer? Maybe there's some way that they're doing it that makes sense. That if we took them both, like they would both like. You see what I'm saying? Like his says 42, but we still don't know how tall James is for sure, though. That's the thing. But it looks like Chase is pretty tall. From records, it says he's like 6'1", but 50. So 50. Hold on. I don't even know. I mean, it makes no sense. They all say that. Look, what the heck? So Utah, Utah. Um, oh, really? Okay. Here's some of the sex offenders around there. Hmm. Wow, look at all of them, man. All in Utah or in that county, probably, right? Well, Utah. Holy mackerel, look at all these. Wow. Roy, Utah. Wait, what county is Roy? So Roy, Hooper, are these all in the same county? Gloria Dallin, what county is this? Clearfield. Let me see what it says up here. We got Roy, Clearfield, West Haven, um, Hooper. I just wanted to see if it said like it just says nearby. Okay. So does anyone know who Brenner had some clothing belonging to 4 rounds? I don't know. So the rumor was that he was wearing his hat, but I don't know. Did you hear something else besides that? Let me know, guys. I'm not sure. I just want to, wow, look at, I just wanted to see how many, if there's like an end to this list. Whoa, dude. Dylan, yeah, he, remind me never to move to Utah. But I bet you we'd be surprised. Like every city probably has a lot. I know it's been said that this area does have more than normal, but I bet you if I looked up the city I lived in, I would be kind of surprised. I don't know. I never have looked it up. Maybe no, I feel like I'm better off not knowing because I'll just be like scared. Is this ever gonna end? I'm still scrolling, guys. Mark T, you're funny. Are you talking about one of the last one on this list? Yeah, well, Gloria Dellin, you might though, because this is your town. Should I scroll a little slower? Have you recognized anybody? There's a good chance you might. I mean, not because you live around there, right? You know, and there's some just you just never know. They don't have like a certain look. They could be anybody, you know, a nice, clean shaven, nice looking guy could be, you know, it doesn't even matter. You just never know. Look, he looks like a normal guy. You know, he does too. And a lot of them do. This guy looks like a nice, you just never know. All right. Well, that's that, but hold on. I still have a little bit more records on him to see if we could find that Montana one. Give me 1 minute. I swear I saw Montana somewhere. Oh, wait, I could probably go through. Hold on a second. The list I had. Hold on. No, I think those were all whole. Those might be all of Utah. Give me 1 minute. Let me do this again. And then I'll look through the rest of mine. I just want to see something. Every time I go into this, it charges me though. Not even when I just go into that part. That's weird. No wonder why I keep adding. I mean, it's not a lot, but I guess it does add up. Okay, so let's see. Anything in here we go. Wait. Never mind. I was looking at that. I was looking at that wrong. Ogden, Farmington, Ogden, Layton. Are these Gloria Dell, listen to all these. Are these all, in Utah? Layton, Farmington, Ogden, Morgan? If you notice one that's not, let me know. Um, Silver Summit and Brigham. Those are all Utah, huh? I would imagine. Now, let me do one more here. Mm. Well, maybe you could let me know, Gloria Dellen. Did you say you do have like any documents that show? Hold on. Okay. Let me share my screen. So let's see. Let's just look through them. Hold on a second. Why did that do that? Give me 1 minute. Okay. All right. Now I got it. All right. Okay. Let's just see if any of them. I'm just curious. I mean, I know the Montana thing doesn't have anything to do with Dylan, but I just want to know, like, what is the charge that they want to, that they're trying to do that for, you know? Keely. Oh, I keep forgetting when these comments take up a lot. Let's see if you guys catch anything. I'm gonna skim through this real quick. Criminal trespassing. February 20, 2007. Offense date September 26, 2006. Criminal trespassing. Violation. Let's see. Showed you how much you paid. Bond totals 5,000. So you paid $5,000 bond. Agreement. Bonded out of jail. Hold on. All right. Let's see what else we got. Failure to appear. Oh, that's Troy. That's the one I accidentally have mixed in with them. The one this happened last time, but this is the one that was a current one, I feel like. Hold on a second. It's actually one I wanted to share, I think. Yeah, because look, up until 6/14/22, 2022, warrant recalled. Defendant came in to counter lives out of state will appear virtually on 6/13, just June 13th. Arraignment modified. So this is Troy for what? Troy Wadsworth. Drive on revocation suspension, false info to law enforcement, government agencies, failure to appear, failure to appear. Violation date is 2004, but you know, when you screw up and you don't appear and you just screw up like your probation or whatever you're on, and look, now it's 2022 and he's still dealing with it, right? So it looks like. Because then he had an arrest warrant. State of Utah to arrest the defendant. Or warrant ordered on July 11th, 2018. And then issued, wait. And then arraignment scheduled because he failed to appear. And then arraignment July 12th, 2022. So now we're back to Chase, though. Possession of controlled substance, because these are those charges that we were already looking at, but it's just more. It's not from the same site though, so that we might still find the Montana one, but this one is one of the charges we looked at. $10,000 bail on this one, right? Yeah, bail, cash bond, trust due 26,000. Wow, amount due 15. Let's just see where this. I don't know. We don't have to find the one. I feel like I'm boring you guys, and I'm just trying to find the Montana one. See if this. Let's just see what the most current date is at the end of this. It really is like it gets into like specifics. It shows you everything, how the whole thing progressed from each case, each charge. So it's really good in-depth documents, if you wanted to go through them and see like every little specific thing that happened, how much was paid, how much you owed, when it was paid, and all that stuff. So, and like if they appear to court, if they didn't appear, all the dates, everything really descriptive. I like it. This is shoplifting. Wait, where's this at? Uh, Layton City, Utah. That's what I'll do. I'm just gonna look up here to see what state. And then I'm gonna scroll to the end to see if there's anything current on going on. Well, 8/17 judge on 2/21, so last August, Judge Michael Deidre assigned. Why would it even be assigned for something in 2011? It doesn't look like there's anything more on this. He served 2 days in jail previously ordered. He has to report to jail on 10/15. That was from a while ago. That's just the retail theft. Okay, let's see here. This is Utah too for the child support services. So remember, this is Chase right now that we're going through. Because it looked like they want to extradite him to Montana, but like Lori Dallin said, they're trying to stop that. And it looks like they did stop it. But I'm just trying to find the charge, whatever charge it was. This is Utah. No. Utah. Violation of protective order. Nothing really current. Utah. Violation of the protective order. Nope. Utah, child support, another child support one. 320, yeah, disposition removed on 3/2/22. Another Utah. I think these are all just Utah, basically. Workforces. Oh, this is that one where it's like overpayment or something of unemployment, I think. Attempted theft, third-degree felony. So it looks like 2 counts, 2 charges for third-degree felony and attempted theft. Case closed in 9/17/2020. Judgment grand total was $900 on the one, and the other was $500. So it looks like he took care of that one. This is Utah. Fugitive from justice, warrant of arrest. Oh, this is the current one, June 6, 2022. That's the one that they picked him up for. Here it is, extradition. Let's see what it says. Waiver of extradition, June 8th, 2022. Extradition scheduled July 8th, which we know didn't happen. Right? We do know that didn't happen, right, Gloria Dellen? Because that was just a couple days ago. Review of extradition. Oh, just a review of extradition, July 8th. And that's the one you went to, right? So I think she said they got continued. So I guess it's still not like concluded, right? Whether they're for sure going to do it. They're still, it sounds like the lawyer's probably trying to keep it off, put it off until they could figure out this Dillon thing. So he's in custody at Davis County. So let's see. Review of extradition. Okay. Yeah, so I guess I just wish I could have found the charge in Montana of what it is. That's all I wanted to do. I feel like I just bored everybody away. Oh well, I like going through this stuff. I like it. It's interesting to me. But yeah, that's doesn't look like I'm gonna find it. Well, I'll just have to look later. See if I could find it. I never was like specifically looking for that, so I never found it. But now that I know, oh, what is this? Or the new stuff or the larceny, third degree felon. Let's see. Beware. Oh yeah, here's this stuff. Let's read this here. So this is the one I've been meaning to read because it's the newest one that came out. The criminal complaint. Beginning, let's see, June 4th. Defendant had previously been convicted of a crime punishable by a term exceeding 1 year, knowingly possessed firearm. So this is Chase again. So the complaint is made on basis of investigation consisting of the following. Let's skip to where it talks about this. Based on my knowledge. Wait, we'll skip that. Here we go. April 2017, Chase was convicted in Utah's 3rd District of 2 counts of larceny, 3rd degree felonies, based on my training and experience. Because Venstra entered pleas of guilty to felonies, he would be aware that he has been convicted of a crime punishable by imprisonment for a term exceeding 1 year. Your affiant knows that on May 12, 2022, investigators with the Davis County Sheriff's Office and Box Elder Sheriff's Office executed a residential search warrant on Venstra's known residence in West Point City in conjunction with a homicide investigation. Inside of Venstra's motorhome were 2 firearms. One firearm was found to be a 20 gauge shotgun, a Western Field Model 550C with no visible serial number. The second firearm was a Rock Island Armory 22 caliber rifle. No model, visible serial number, blah, blah, blah. The firearm stock was removed, but there were multiple stocks in close proximity to this firearm that could be assembled onto the firearm. Your affiant reviewed jail calls from Venstra to a third party. Witness A. During those phone calls, Venstra directed a witness to enter Venstra's motorhome and remove items to include duffel bags, currency, and drug paraphernalia. Witness A confirmed to Venstra over jail calls that he did enter the motorhome and remove items. A search warrant was executed at Witness A's residence on June 12, 2022. During that time, Witness A confirmed he had removed a duffel bag out of a motorhome upon Venstra's request, and eventually stated to your affiant that Venstra also transported multiple firearms and ammunition to Witness A's residence prior to Venstra's arrest, and requested Witness A store the firearms in his residence. These 3 firearms were located in a water heater closet in Witness A's garage. Witness A told your affiant that all 3 of the firearms belonged to Venstra. The first firearm located in the garage was a 12-gauge semi-automatic shotgun Stoker 2000 serial number. The shotgun was loaded. The second firearm located in the garage was a .243 Win caliber bolt action rifle. Guns. Okay, the third was the .22 caliber Ruger 1022. An ammunition metal box was also located in the same closet space where the rifles were located and was full of various calibers of ammunition. Now remember, this is Chase. A tactical bullet-proof vest was also turned over to investigators by Witness A. It had multiple AR-15 style magazines in the pouches of the vest. Those magazines had multiple rounds of ammunition inserted in the magazine. Witness A stated that the Venstra was also the owner of this ammunition. Witness A was interviewed and initially stated that he had cooperated and turned over all of Venstra's firearms. However, he stated that there was a crawl space in his child's bedroom inside the room of where Venstra could have snuck into his home and hid something. In his freaking child's room. That crawl space was located and searched, and one more firearm was located. What if the kid would have got it? The firearm in the crawl space was a 30 Win Mag bolt action rifle. It was equipped with a scope. Upon questioning, Witness A later admitted that he stored the Ruger Hawkeye at Venstra's request. On June 12, 2022, Venstra was interviewed by your affiant at the Davis County Sheriff's Office in a designated interview room regarding him being a suspect in multiple crimes. Venstra was advised of his Miranda rights, stated he understood them, and agreed to speak with your affiant. During that interview, Venstra stated that he did possess firearms in his motorhome prior to his arrest. He stated to your affiant that he believed there should be 4 total firearms inside the motorhome. He described them as a .22 rifle. I'm not going to name all of those again, but there's 4 firearms. 2 of the firearms he described matched the 2 firearms seized from the motorhome. During that interview, Venstra was asked about storing firearms at Witness A's residence. Venstra stated that he did ask Witness A to store the firearms found at the residence. Venstra described each of the 4 rifles seized from Witness A's residence in detail. He's confirmed all 6 firearms were in the interstate commerce. Based on these facts, your affiant respectfully submits that there is probable cause to believe that Chase Montgomery Venstra has committed violations of possession of firearm by a restricted person. And then based on the foregoing information, your affiant respectfully requests that a warrant of arrest be issued for Chase Montgomery Venstra. And then we know he got arrested. And yeah, so that's what happened just this last month in June to get Chase in custody. So it looks like they have hopefully most of the people involved or all the people involved. I don't even know how many people are involved in Dylan's disappearance, but I do believe there's a good chance that Chase and James both are involved. And I know a lot of people are feeling the same way. I feel like, oh wait, let me see what emails I got. Sorry, I was just reading an email. Anyway, so that's all I have. Thanks for staying here, guys. My loyal supporters. Wait, Gigi, is this a new one or are these? Hold on, I think I'm behind in chat. Whoa, I'm really behind. Hold on. Uh, hold on. Whoa. Okay. Oh, thank you guys. Thanks everybody. I appreciate you being here. I really do. Um, I think I'm gonna go work on my other videos. So, hey, Mike Canis. Hey, Brains. Hi, Gailey. Dale, if Dylan met up with foul play on his farm near Lucin, do you think the person that harmed him would dispose of his body in Utah or take a chance to cross state line into Nevada? Well, Nevada's not that far. I mean, I think, yeah, he could be in Nevada, definitely. What, you don't think? I think he could either be in Nevada or Utah because I mean it's like right on the line, you know. So yeah, I don't think it would be like any more of a risk because it's not like there's like any like customs or something you have to go through when you cross state lines or anything. Or am I missing like something here as far as that thought process? Because no, I don't think that that would even be a thought. You know, if they need to wherever they need to go to try to dispose them. Um, how many people still think? Let's do a poll. How many people think that he's alive? I also want to do a poll. Oh, I'm still running this other poll. Whoa, I thought I ended that one. I'm sorry, guys, because I know that sometimes gets annoying when it's like stuck up there, the polls. I didn't realize I was still running it. Let me ask, now, those of you that saw the beginning where I went over the documents showing that bail, if you think that if that means that he's actually getting out, let me just ask. Oh, wait. I did that as a comment instead. Hold on. Instead of the poll. I'm silly. There we go. And then I'm going to ask one more poll. So, anybody have any plans for next? We're at the beginning of this week, but this week, any fun plans for anybody? While I'm waiting for you guys to vote. We have to do the Alfred list. Let's do that real quick. Or do you guys want to watch? How many of you guys saw that? Love is in the air. Oh, where? What love? You know what? Maybe after I do the clips, all the clips I'm gonna do from the Candace interview, maybe I could even do a live where we go through them too, but I just want to upload them as little clips first. I'm just thinking of different things that we could do for our lives. How many of you guys were here the other day when I played Chase's 2 videos of him singing? Does anybody feel like watching those again? Or does anybody has anybody not seen him, I should say? Hey, Dale. I don't s I don't know. I have the whole 2-hour thing, but I was not allowed to play it. He told me I couldn't play it, so I kept it. I think it was, like, last week he sent it. I didn't get that at all. I don't feel like it was bad, but I know everybody's, like, I think it ended up the person ended up releasing, like, 45 minutes of it before, the person made him take it down. I don't know, supposedly struck her. I don't know what happened, but made her take the video down. So I think she got about 45 minutes of it released, right? But, like, I heard the whole 2 I mean, I have the whole 2 hours. I don't even think it makes I don't know, I don't think it makes him sound bad. Everybody's picking it apart, but you gotta remember, I feel like people are listening to assuming that, oh, he knows what happened to Dylan, so for him to be like, "Oh, he's alive, he's not alive." But he doesn't. Like, if you look at it like he doesn't know what happened to him and he is innocent, then it makes sense that he's going back and forth and he's trying to think of theories and he's saying he's alive, he's saying he's not, but he's not saying it as a for sure thing. He's contemplating, trying to figure out like we all are. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think it I thought it made it just it seemed like he was like a father figure to him. He had a buzz up, he was drinking. He freaking he used, some words, but the thing is, remember everybody, you guys said don't be so sensitive, like Jim, about Jim, how Jim talks, don't be so sensitive. We're adults. So you just got to take into consideration because I feel like the a lot of the people that are criticizing those points are the same people that criticized the people that were being too sensitive about how Jim is straightforward and talks a certain way. So, you gotta remember he's drunk. I mean, as you could tell, he's buzzed up. So he's just talking like a probably you've heard many people talk, but I feel like people are just extra critical because they just think I guess they do think he has something to do with it, or they're wondering, so they're just like extra like, ooh, but he's throwing out theories. If you think about it, he's trying to figure it out and he has all these theories, like his mind's wandering, like, well, it might be this, or I think it might be this, but it's not like going by anything he knows, I don't think. If you look at it like that, unless if you do think he knows something. But if he doesn't, then it's totally normal for him to say that. Does that make sense? If he doesn't, but if he does, then he does, but if he doesn't, then he's just like us trying to think of theories, you know? And probably going back and forth if he thinks he's alive or not, and, um and everybody's different, like, maybe he did bring up certain things or ways of living or whatever that maybe is different from what we do, but it doesn't mean that he's a bad, like, everybody's just different. I've just heard so many different things picked out on that, and I'm like, I don't think that's as big of a deal. I think it's just a guy not even just talking openly, not thinking anything it's going to be recorded or anything is going to come of it, and he's just talking. And I didn't really see anything suspicious in it, to be honest. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of emails, a lot of people like, "Oh my god, this," or pointing out certain things. I'm just like, I don't think anything they pointed out makes him guilty of that makes him look like he's guilty of it. I mean, we could criticize people for certain things, but nothing in there I feel like it says, "Oh my god, he is involved." Remember, we're not none of us are perfect, we all We all are sinners. We all have done bad things, but you really, I mean, do you guys really think that he did something to Dylan? I really don't. But I mean, I think, yeah, I guess some of you guys really do think that. So I can't blame you. I mean, I can't blame you for having an opinion for that. Everybody's open to have whatever opinion, but let me know. Yeah, email me why, more reasons why you think that that conversation makes him look guilty for Dylan's disappearance. Man, because I just didn't get that at all. I got somebody that really cares about him and that just isn't willing to admit that he's gone. But then, of course, there's sometimes that maybe he does because it's like you're in that mix where you don't want to admit it because it's like somebody you really care about, and it's hard to like admit that into that denial thing, or it's hard to accept that. But yet, then there might be times where you do talk about it like it is because it's like statistically speaking, and it's like, gosh, he might be. So there might be times where he talks about it like he might be, even in times where he's just in this denial that he is. I think that's quite normal, in my opinion. He did? Oh, I didn't know that. What? Wait, Dale, Gloria Dellon, do you know anything about that? So wait, Chase's ex-wife died last year. Those earlier stalking charges maybe involved her? But are you saying does her death have anything to do with, like, how did she die? It doesn't have anything to do with Chase, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do a Kurt poll. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, thanks, Gloria Dellon. Yeah, let me take this other poll off because it's worded so weird anyway that if you weren't here the whole time, you probably wouldn't know. Wait, do you think yes, no, okay. So, wow, for once it's higher than the 60. It's like 60-30. It's not in the 50s. So, I'm gonna end this poll. It was, do you think, wow, only 33 votes? Huh. Do you think what I showed you means James Brenner posted bail? So, only 40% said yes. I think it for sure means he posted bail. It doesn't mean he's gonna get out because maybe the FBI is gonna end up stopping it. But I mean, it does say posted, so I think that's what it means. Now, that they misprint it and it's wrong? Maybe, but what it says, I feel like that's what it says. But I guess, yeah, that's why I'm asking. Do you think that it really is? I don't know, guys. All this case is just so much stuff. Okay, so let me end this. What poll you want me to ask? If Man, I wish I would have wrote down the last poll I took about Kurt, because I think I took one before where I asked. So we could I have to write this down because then we could see if it changes like with time. Hold on. You know? If and kind of see, man, I really wish I would have, because wonder if there's a place where they keep a record, because I could see, oh, if it did change from the last to this time, maybe it has something to do with that recording. Because what is new? What's changed since then? So what is today? The 11th. Now let's see. I'm gonna do polls. I'm gonna start keeping track in case if I ask the same thing. Okay. I'll ask. Do you think Kurt has something to do? Does anybody remember what the um numbers were last time? Why is that blurry? Hold on a second. Okay, do you Yeah, that's better. Okay, so we'll see what you guys say. Was it really? Wait, are you talking about the last one, Muffin Top? You remember that from last time? Answer when you answer so I know if that's what you're answering to, will you answer, "Yes, I'm talking about Kurt," or whatever, so I know, and I'll write it down. Are you positive that that was the numbers, though? Because I have to look on my page to see if there's like, a list or, like, dot like, a if they keep track of the polls. I don't think they do, though. I don't think there's anywhere I could go look it up, to be honest. I don't know, I wanted to hear what he said yesterday. What do you mean? Gloria Dellon? Who said yesterday? Was there another interview? Can you what do you mean who said yesterday? Are you talking about the one that was leaked yesterday? That wasn't from yesterday though, but maybe there's something else. That Kurt one that got out, that was from like about a week ago. But I'm not even sure was that yet. No, that was 2 days ago. I think it got uploaded, wasn't it? There's a new one from who? I didn't know there was a new interview. I mean, there from who though, Gory? Who interviewed him? Well, email me. So we're not talking about their channels. Can you just email me who interviewed him? Oh, the one that aired yesterday. That wasn't from yesterday though. That was from like a week ago or something. I'll have to see. Like I said, I was sent that too. Everybody, I mean, he sent like multiple people. I guess I'm learning now there's a few people that had it. Only one person released it, but they only released 45 minutes. And actually, I looked at it. The recording is 2 hours and 38 minutes, the full recording. But, I was told not to play it, so I can't. I can't go back on my word. I love to let you guys listen to it, but then I feel like, I promised I wouldn't. So what kind of person does that make me? But yeah, I mean, I didn't get anything bad out of it. I almost got like, wow, he really cared about Dylan. He's like more kind of like a father figure, like his dad, almost like that's kind of how I got it from like the way he talks about him. Like he's like, Dylan, like, clean up after yourself. And oh my God, he's so dirty. I want him to clean up. And I tell him, like, I taught him how to, use the vacuum. I taught him how to sweep and stuff. And uh, I told him, "You're never gonna get a woman if you don't learn to clean up for yourself. If you ever want a woman, they're not gonna clean up after your butt. So just like it's almost like kind of like a dad would kind of get on their son or whatever. So we No, you probably heard right. It's just it was a recording. It wasn't from yet. Whenever it got uploaded, it wasn't that day that it was done. It was recorded. Well, actually, it was recorded even before I got it, and I got it. Let me see the date. See if I could figure out like when the tech. No, I'd have to go through so many texts to see the date I got it. Let's just say about. Let's see, 5 days ago, maybe I got it. Six. No, I would just estimate a week ago, but then I think it was taken a couple days before that. So it's probably like at least a week old when that actually happened. I would say at least a week. Oh, bye, Awaken the Heart. Thanks. You are the best. You're the best. You're the best. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask to see if I could just play it now that it's. But see, the whole thing isn't out. Not even like a third is out, basically, because it's 2 hours and 38 minutes, and I think it's about 45 minutes that got out before it was shut down, so, yeah, there's still a lot that you guys haven't heard then. Um, no, Robert's still here. Let me see. I'll check Vine to see what it says, if he's still, in custody. Oh, no, Robert's, that's right. His you couldn't check anymore. What does it say again? Hold on, let me see. It says, like it almost sounds like, did he get transferred or he's out because it hold on, let me look it up, Robert. Give me 1 minute. Yeah, he was it says transferred custody detail, another facility. Here, I'll show you. Um, oh, I can't make it bigger. But he was a Box Elder County Sheriff's Office. Trying to make it as big as I can so you guys could see, but and so look, male, white, custody status transferred, custody detail, another facility. Due to the current status, updates on this record are no longer available. If you have any questions, please contact the facility. So yeah, but we could do, hold on, let me show you some of his record if you want to see. Let me just, I won't go through like all of it because I know I feel like I'm boring. I'm boring, you guys. I don't know. I'm trying, guys. I was just so excited about like having like a records with the height today. I just thought everybody was gonna be like, because we've been talking about it for like a week, and I thought everybody was just gonna be as excited as me to have some stuff, but I just I can't do my lives at my normal time anymore now because there's another person that always does them, and so I've been trying to do them earlier so I don't have to compete, but I didn't have an option this time because I just found out about it. Okay, let's see. It sucks because 8 used to be my time. But I just can't seem to compete. Everybody goes there. Okay, so 5'8". So it says he's 5'8". Oh yeah, we didn't even care about his height, right? Or yeah, I guess we care about everybody, right? Because we're trying to see if somebody's short, even though we don't know if it was just moved to get something. Wait a minute, guys. What if, hold on. What if Dylan's gun wasn't there? Remember, hold on, let me go back to stream. Or no, I can't. Okay. So remember, she said, and this is in the interview that I interviewed her. So maybe I'll upload that clip too. Candace said that that Dylan kept the gun in his car. Remember? His car, the gun that's missing, the one that he carries with him, he kept it in the car. What if he kept it under his seat? And that is why the seat was moved up, because the person that did this got his gun, because we know his gun's missing. So they took his gun. She said he kept it in the car. What if that's that's why the seat was moved? They moved it up to get the gun, and they never moved it back because they never drove it anywhere after they moved it up. So it might not even be necessarily a short person, because maybe James Brenner really is 5'10", like it said in the recent documents. So nobody's really 5'1", maybe. And it's not that. It was that they grabbed the gun under the seat. I mean, I would love to ask Candace, do you know? But I don't even know if she would know. You said he kept it in the car. Does he usually keep it under the seat? because they would had to move it to get it, and they might have been looking for anything, money, gun. Maybe they knew he kept it under the seat because they knew him, right? So maybe they even knew that he kept the gun under the seat, so they moved it up to get it. What do you guys think? I don't know. I just thought of it now after because I was trying to think. I really had it in my head that the seat was moved up to possibly just get something, and then since I was just going through the new Candace interview all day today, I remember I just heard from earlier that she said that, and it reminded me that she said that he keeps it in the car because we asked, but it is gone because the shotgun is the one that, remember guys, go watch my clip because she clears it up. The shotgun was the one that was found. His other gun, the one that he keeps with him in the car, it was the one that's missing. That's missing. The shotgun was found at his great grandparents, she says, his house in Dylan's room. So he must have a room there on his bed. That's what she says. It was found there. Hey Tina Brown. Hey Darcy. Shelly Tarbett. Want vanilla ice cream? Ooh, it sounds good. Yeah, so he might keep it maybe he keeps it in a box, Dylan. I don't know if he has something, but it might be, where you have to move it up to get it. And plus, who knows if they were probably looking for money, looking for anything. And so we know they got the gun, and who knows if he had anything else under the seat. I don't know. I think it's a possibility. What do you guys think? Nobody said for sure. Candace said it looked like that's what happened because, first of all, we all saw the video on East Idaho News where it looked like the whole top was clean, but like underneath the wheel wells or whatever, like he must have missed that. And she said something about the way the markings were or whatever from the water that dried. It looked like, it was pressure washed, plus it was just all clean, but right underneath. Kurt says that Dylan did it recently and maybe hasn't driven it since, or so we don't even know. It might have been Dylan that pressure washed it, and the inside wasn't cleaned. Candace said it was just as messy as ever. But I'm just talking about the seat being moved up. It might not have anything to do with the person being short and everything to do with whatever they were trying to get under the seat. Hey, Purple Rain. Oh, good night, Mesh. What said what, Jimmy? About the pressure washer, he said Dylan did it. Pressure washed it. But Candace was the one saying that it looked like it was pressure washed. So everybody was thinking, oh, somebody freaking might have done it to cover up something. So all of our minds went there. I think even Candace was kind of thinking that. But then Kurt said that no, he pressure washed it recently himself. So I don't know. And then you remember Candace saying that Dylan rarely washed his car. He would wash it God, I just listened to this too. How did she word it? Like it would be lucky if he washed it. I forget how often, but it wasn't that often at all. She made it seem like. I don't know if she would know specifically really how much. So anyway, man, it's getting late and I got some other stuff to do. I better get going, guys. I was only planning on doing like a 10-20 minute live showing you the new James Brenner stuff and then being done. And look, because I want to get some stuff done. But why do I feel like, oh shoot, why do I feel like I'm silly to spend all this time on a pre-recorded when I could just do it live? I don't know. I hope I don't spend all this time and then nobody watches it because pre-recordeds take this one thing I'm gonna do. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get it all, the one bigger project, get it all together and then do it on a live actually. But have it all Yeah. Okay. So look for my little small clips I'm gonna do real quick of important things from my Candace interview. Go watch the gun question one too that I just uploaded today. And I also uploaded the interview with James Terry or Jim Terry. The first I think it's the first interview he did on the case on the Dylan rounds. It was in the middle of like a really long live. I was covering three other cases. He just got a hold of me in the middle of it. It was like, let me come on. I have information. And so um it's at the very end. So I uploaded that today too, just him. So you could kind of just see what he originally said, when he first came on the first interview. So all right. Bye everybody. Oh, thanks, Alex. Or Alexis. Oh my god, I said it wrong. Alexis, thank you, Alexis. Thank you, Donnie. Thank you guys. Hope. Yeah, that's weird. So, do you? I know I asked Candace, do you think he could, or somebody could have accidentally hit it into four-wheel drive? Remember, she said, explain it where no, it couldn't have been done on accident. So, yeah. But what if they did take the car, but then after is when they moved up the seat. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it was just a tall person, might not have been a short person. They took the car, did whatever they needed to do with it, but then when they got out, they moved up the seat to get something and never pushed it back. So I still think it's an option where it was pushed up not because it was somebody really short, but because they were getting something. Bye, Mama 4. Yeah, I gotta work on some stuff. Hey, Gregory. Hey, all right. Good night, everybody. Bye.